So anyway, the Redevelopment Agency meeting of September 7th, 2016 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for hearing impaired viewers. Please note, customers of CenturyLink, you may view this program in high definition on channel 1002, and some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 69.9. Everybody's dressing here. Are you doing yours? You don't, I'll help you with that. You don't know what to do. Sorry. The redevelopment meeting, as well as all other KCLV program, may be viewed on the internet at www.lasvegasnevada.gov. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2, the web of the the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chambers out to the mezzanine. Proceed out the double doors to the terrace down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related items on the agenda, citizen participation on public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which we may complete and submit to our city clerk up front. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment items, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone's present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk staff. If you parked in the parking garage across the street, please be sure to have your ticket validated by security officers when exiting. And on to agenda item number 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. Okay, hearing and seeing no one, we'll move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference to the regular redevelopment agency meetings of May 18 and July 20th, 2016. May I have a motion to approve?
Would move to approve the minutes, Mayor.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve those minutes. Please vote and please post. No, an overwhelming majority. Look at us, all 4. Way to go. Agenda item number 5, RA 7-2016, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Oak Tree Capital Series 3 LLC, located 420 South Maryland Parkway, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000, RDA Special Fund, Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. Note this item is related to the council agenda item 38 R33 2017. Woo, good morning. Mr. Art.
Good morning, Mayor, members of City Council and Redevelopment Agency Board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me this morning with this application is Adam Fulad, representing the property owner. This project is part of our Visual Improvement Program, or VIP program, where the Redevelopment Agency assists property owners with making improvements to the facade and exterior of their commercial properties in the downtown area. And we are still taking applications for new projects. This project is located at 420 South Maryland Parkway, just north of Clark Street. The property has 7 units and is approximately 3,200 square feet, and is being renovated from a dilapidated, vandalized apartment complex built back in 1954, and is being converted into live-work units designed to attract entrepreneurs to downtown. Refurbishments include energy-efficient green technology features. Exterior improvements include new lighting, irrigation system, and landscaping, stonework, new exterior doors and windows, plaster repair, concrete and metalwork, painting, signage, and security features. Additional interior improvements not part of this grant are also being made, including code-compliant electrical work, ADA-approved plumbing, HVAC, new flooring, and new insulation. The applicant is spending exterior improvement investments of approximately $290,000 and is therefore eligible for a $25,000 VIP reimbursement grant agreement from the Redevelopment Agency. The project will generate 11 new permanent full-time jobs for downtown. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Adam to talk a little bit more about the project, where they're at with the project today, and what it'll look like when it's finished, and who he expects his new tenants to be in the building.
Thank you, Mr. Ed. Good morning, Mayor and
Good
council
morning,
members.
welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm excited to talk about my first project, or second project with VIP. My first one was about approximately a year and a half ago, and because of that, I am now looking to do a second live-work apartment complex. The first project I did, I completed in June of last year. I saw the demand from that project. Basically, from the moment that was finished until now, we've only had 1 tenant or 2 tenants that have had to leave because of relocation, but everything else has leased very quickly. We've seen a lot of people coming to do tech and consulting, and they're not looking to have an office space separate from where they live. They really want to be able to stay home and do everything from there because it doesn't require the extra expense of a separate office. So I started looking for a property that would be well situated. Seeing what's going on Maryland Parkway with so many offices coming up on the south side of Charleston, I thought, you know what, at some point it's going to continue the other way. I saw value in this property, but it was very dilapidated. There is no work, looks like it's been done to the property for many years. There was graffiti everywhere, and the current property owner that owned it was looking to just get out almost close to what he acquired the property at because of so many plumbing and electrical issues. Since then, we've basically looked at, you know, can we make this into live work, and the possibility of doing it is, I think, just as good as 217, if not better. What we're looking to do is basically the exact same thing, just completely not redo everything, but make it so the property can run itself once we finish our renovations. We don't want to do lipstick on a pig. We want to be able to do work that we're proud of. And on top of that, am I missing anything? Any points that I should add? I hope any questions you may have. Well, there's a picture of actually the property. That's the rendering, and that's really what we're going for, except the gate across the driveway will not be there so that tenants can have their clients come in and out.
Beautiful. This is really, was a year and a half ago on your other project?
My other project was, I think, December of 2015 I was approved, and I completed it December of 2014, June of 2015 I completed it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Just remember that. You just do such wonderful work. Questions, comments?
I do, Mayor.
Oh,
with
look at us,
permission.
please, yes. Mayor Pro Tem.
This is an exciting time for this area of the city, and I'm
Yeah.
a little jealous of Councilman Coffin because of all the improvements that are happening in the Huntridge area. I mean, you're really getting here at the right time, I think, to be very successful in this area. I think as Councilman Coffin's vision continues and the revitalization of this area continues, I think it's just a wonderful, wonderful aspect. So tell me, how many units will you have after you renovate it?
7. There's 7 units, yeah.
So there's 7 now, there'll be 7 units when you're done.
Correct, yeah. We don't need to change it. The office space for these units is so large already, we don't need to change it like we did for the last project. For this one, we're just going to leave it as is. It just requires really the renovations to the rest of the property, redoing it so there's no problems once we get the tenants in there.
Very nice. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting. Okay, Councilman Coffin.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. It is a nice thing to do. And, you know, I don't know, look at my hair. I mean, I must be older than you because I remember when these buildings were built. I was going to school at St. Joseph's right down the street in 54, and so I'd ride my bicycle to and from the school, and over all these lumps of construction infill, because the owner of the land was welcoming dumping, and so any dirt, concrete, or whatever could be torn up went there. And it was a great place to do motocross before there was such a thing. I can't say enough good about it. It's a great cluster of living places there. You got the LGBTQ center right there that's becoming an anchor. We didn't realize it would become an anchor, because now you've got a lot of people there and there are places to eat close by. So it really becomes live work. And so that's going to become the subject of licensing stuff later on as we get down with each individual and who wants to do business. And so we'll all have to work that out so that they're consonant with the area. But it's going to look good. So thanks for putting a new face on this stuff. And really, keep going. Keep doing it.
Definitely.
You and your dad, just think the Trumps could have been like you and your dad, but they decided to go.
could have, yeah.
They decided to go a different way.
We're gonna-
You guys have the personalities. You have the personality.
We hope to make lots of
I move for
impact like
approval
you do.
of this item number 5, Your Honor.
Wonderful, wonderful. He was very careful not to go any further because he's wearing his button. This is nonpartisanship.
No.
You did very well. I'm proud of
We're
you.
doing-
All right, there is
50
a
years ago.
motion to approve. Please vote and please post. Motion is unanimous again with who we have here. And just can't wait for your next project. I expect you to pick up each building down the block one
God
after.
willing.
But you should buy them up front.
Yeah.
Because if you wait, the price will go up.
Exactly. No, we're working on
Okay,
it.
good.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck.
Have a great day.
Congratulations to you
Thank
and
you,
your
thank
family. Okay, agenda item 6, RA 8-2016, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Cross Hill One LLC, located at 500 South 4th Street, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area, Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. And this is an item that's related to Council Item 29, R342016. Look who's there. Mr. Arndt.
Thank you. Again, good morning. For the record, Bill Arndt, Economic and Urban Development. With me today is Ed Birdstein, representing the owner and applicant. This property is located at 500 South 4th Street and is approximately 8,400 square feet. Mr. Bernstein's law firm currently employs and will retain 40 full-time employees and 3 part-time workers. The firm is needing to make significant improvements to the building, including xeriscaping around the property for water conservation and an ADA-compliant access ramp. Other upgrades include parking and exterior facade construction, repair to water-damaged stucco, exterior paint, and new signage. The property is looking at a total investment from private of $203,000, and therefore they are eligible for a $25,000 VIP grant agreement. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Bernstein to tell a little bit more about what they're doing with the property.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor, Counsel.
Morning.
This is a property that I've owned for approximately 40 years. Over the last 40 years, we've made additions, renovations, improvements, and recently completed the interior renovations of this property and the building next door at 516 South 4th Street. When the Supreme Court started popping up across the street from us, I thought, hey, it's probably time that we upgrade the exterior of our building, being right across the street from our new, incredibly beautiful Supreme Court building. So we thought it was time to update the property. This fund was available through the city. It was encouraging for us to use the fund and do the improvements, do the change our handicap ramp, our landscaping, our painting, our signage. We just wanted it to look more appropriately current across the street from the Supreme Court building.
Beautiful. Yeah, you invest and one spurs off the next one. It's really beautiful. This is your back the landscape area, or is that
Yeah,
in
that's the
front?
front, that's the front landscape area.
So Fourth is at the bottom of the screen?
Yes.
On that prior slide? Beautiful. So the two buildings will be joined together as one?
No, they're not joined, Your Honor. They are separated by a parking lot.
Okay.
But we did upgrade significantly with the program with the city, with the building next door a year or two ago.
What happened to the big wood bear out front? Did you used to have a huge statue?
Oh, no, that was, you're thinking about the Nevada Legal News at that time,
Was
next to
in that building.
Oscar's old building had
Yes,
that
yes.
big bear, and we bought that building from Nevada Legal News.
That's why I thought it was your bear.
Right.
So this is very exciting. Any questions, comments?
Should you require him to have a
The bear? No. But how wonderful, this is grand. Councilman Coffin, you're on a roll.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. It's another improvement in downtown Las Vegas, but we really owe you thanks because, Ed, you've continued to invest in downtown. You haven't been scared away by the problems we've been fighting. And for that, I mean, your strong chin has really helped because I know that sometimes your property gets infested with people that shouldn't be there. And, you know, we appreciate your patience as we wrestle with the program. For all I know, you put some of them to work to make sure they stay straight so that everybody else stays off. But in any event, many, many law firms want to flee to the outskirts and go into these high-rises and things that have no soul. And you've helped keep our soul in old downtown Las Vegas, Ed. Thank you for sticking with us and staying with our vision. I now move for approval of
Thank
this
you.
item.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve. Please vote and please post. Carries. That's
Thank you.
everything. Look
Thank you
forward
very
to it.
much.
Thanks. Okay, agenda item 7, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless the subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, will be limited. Anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item 8. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the redevelopment agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Okay, any other comments? All right, hearing none, the redevelopment agency is adjourned, and we will start city council, it looks like in 5 minutes, or when all our technology is up and ready. Thank you.